And today we have a reading for you about somebody who is about to get some major good news. This could be a job offer, this could be an inheritance, this could be going viral or having a book hop onto the bestseller list. But we have the blue carbuncle, which is interesting because I hear they are normally red, so a blue one would be quite special. There is something about you that is different, something about you that is very memorable, or some skill set that you have that is priceless. So, because you have this skill, because you have this light about you, because it's shining, right? There's something that people really love about you and they can't get enough of you. So there's fast moving energy here. You've got maybe fame, but definitely success, possibly a nice amount of money coming your way. So basically, the advice is do what you can right now to enjoy some peace and quiet. Rest up because you're about to be booked and busy. Hello, Rachel. Welcome back. Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you are having a wonderful day. If you are interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. You can find that in the description box, along with more information on how to become a member and get access to additional content. I did just post some shorts for the members, so make sure you check those out. You can also find a link to my Etsy shop in case you're interested in a homemade soy candle. And let's dive in, shall we? I think we're going to start with, we're going to go with the Cook's Tarot. All right, what else do we have, please? Hello, Naoji. Hello, Dracula. How are we doing? Hello, napping. What is happening? What else do we have? Ooh. King of Cups. Judgment. It's a blue ribbon to match the blue carbuncle. Isn't that great? You're about to be celebrated. You built a ship in a bottle where everybody else had failed. Maybe you are a skilled musician. Maybe you are capable of healing, capable of bringing a smile to people's faces. Maybe you're a comedian. But we've got someone who has dealt with disappointment and frustration in an old way of living. So this could be like an old career or an old like place where you were living. There's a bunch of change happening for you. And it's because you've done the work that you need to. So wish fulfillment is coming your way. Hello, Joaquin. How are you doing? To you as well, Henry. I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Manifesting. How are you doing? So we've got the Hierophant in the reverse. You are finding an unconventional path to success. Something that others will be perhaps a little bit perplexed by, like, oh, I didn't even know you had that skill set, or, oh, I didn't know that, you were the type to be looking for fame, or didn't know that you were willing to go back to school partway through your career. There's a change, and it's going to be a very positive change for you, and it gets the attention of many others. Hello, Gracie. How we doing? I hope you're having a good day. This is the Santa Muerte. Hermit in the reverse. 8 of Swords. And the 2 of Pentacles. You've taken a bit of a long, winding path to get where you are, and that's because in order to be as spectacular or unique as a blue carbuncle would be, You needed to learn some lessons that not everybody else learns. So you might actually be the type to inspire people around you to see things in a different way. But you have this ability to draw people out of their shell. You might be the type of person that people say, gosh, I don't know why I'm telling you everything. I never tell people that. Whether it's next to them on a plane or at a bar, people feel like they can trust you. And this is something that has, in the past, maybe caused a little bit of an issue. You may have had to work extensively on boundaries because people would get overly attached to you. But we have the Nine of Wands in the reverse. All of your hard work is about to pay off. You can let off the gas in a little bit here. So we have the Seven of Wands, divine timing. Good things are coming to you because you've done the work. Page of Wands, good news. This could be that offer or hearing that you are able to move into that new house or get that new car. So even though it may have been a bit dreary, or you may have felt like you had to let go of some other dreams or start over fresh, things are about to get really interesting for you. So, like I said, take a little bit of a moment to yourself, relax, put your feet up. You've been working hard, and things are about to be moving pretty quickly for you. Hello, Shallow Hal. How are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry. Did you think you were in charge of my live chat? You are not in charge, my friend. If it ain't your thing, you would keep it moving, Shallow Hal. Hello, Redbeard. How are you doing? Get off my lawn. Is that how you would say it, Redbeard? Hello, Will. Welcome back. Hello, David. How's it going? So we have the Five of Swords and the Hanged Man in the reverse. So look, when you have success, when you achieve fame, or when you become wealthy, even if you're just getting through an ego death or a spiritual awakening, there are going to be people who don't understand you anymore. There are going to be people who come out of the woodwork and want to borrow money. There are going to be people who try to figure out how to, cut a slice for themselves. But it's your pie. It is your pie. So be cautious. I think you've already been learning this lesson. It's like you were in a little bit of a sandbox and you learned how to navigate difficult energies, jealous entities, people who want to be obstacles between you and your goals. You've already been taught a lot of these lessons in a smaller situation, and now it's going to be expanding. Now it's going to be a bigger sandbox that you're playing in. So make sure you keep in mind how to be selective with the energies that have a seat at your table, because there's going to be people who come back around. There's going to be people who are like, oh, what's that? Six of Pentacles. You've got some sort of gain over there. You won the lottery? Cool. Can I borrow like 50 grand? No big deal, right? Is that cool? Hello, Tango. Hello, Divine Earth Angel. How are we doing today? So be cautious. Some of those people that you worked to get away from are going to be like trying to crawl back into the DMs or back into your life. This is the Witch's Tarot. What else do we have? The Queen of Swords, Strength in the reverse, and the Six of Swords in the reverse. Yep, there it is. People who have given into temptation or struggled to be as like diligent or dedicated to their pursuits, They're going to be struggling with the idea that you've been able to achieve what you set out to achieve. I have to be cautious because this one is a bit naked. But there are people who have been not taking life seriously, partying or not educating what they need to educate themselves on, allowing toxic energy to take root in their life. And there are going to be people who see you gaining this success or fame or money, and they want a shortcut. They want a big red easy button, and they want to go, boop, okay, cool, give me some money or give me what I want. I didn't have to work for it like you did, but you should take me with you, right? Exactly. Hello, Betty. How are you doing? So you got to be cautious because they can see you doing well and they feel entitled to being, you know, able to basically ride the coattails. You've put in the work. You have some good things coming to you and some bad people who want to enjoy that. I don't know if I should call them bad people. They're just not focused, okay? They're not willing to put in the work. But you've already cut these individuals out, and they want to find a way to break down those barriers and enjoy the fruits of your labor. But the thing is, they don't have it in them to do what you're doing or what you have done. You've become an expert because every day you were doing a little bit more that you needed to get done to get where you want to be. It'd be like somebody quitting college after 1 year, watching you toil and labor to get your degree, and then wanting to like walk across the stage with you, cross out your name on the degree and write their own name. They don't get to do that, right? It doesn't work that way. I believe it, Tiana. It is hot yoga. But you got it, right? What else do we have? 10 of Cups, the Moon in the reverse, and the 3 of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, you've got a sense of belonging coming your way. It may not be a giant group of friends, but it's going to be a lot of quality, not quantity, right? People who really understand the work that you've been putting in, the way that you have honed your skills. But you have to be able to differentiate from those that are meant to be in your soul tribe and the people who just want like a free pass. Are they healed or are they jealous? Might be a pretty good litmus test. So we have the 7 of Pentacles and the Tower. This is such an interesting way to depict the 7 of Pentacles, but I feel like this is saying there are people who have given up and failed to finish what they set out to accomplish, so they didn't get where you are. I suppose that college degree thing is probably a pretty apt analogy. They didn't actually take the classes, but they want the benefit of the degree. You, on the other hand, you didn't give up. So you're getting that acknowledgement. You're getting that next level. You're getting the offer. And someone else here is like, you gonna make a lot of money? Cool. I can help you spend that. I can do that for you. That's probably a good thing, right? At least you came back. What else do we have? The 2 of Pentacles and the 10 of Swords. So the battling, the difficult, you know, is it ever going to happen for me? It's coming to a close. There are a lot of obstacles that tried to prevent you, or even people who tried to cause delays for you. Perhaps even people that were a bit jealous, didn't want you to have this success because they wanted it for themselves or because they wanted to be like the most important thing to you, right? Thank you, Gracie. Let me add that for you. Manifestation guidance. I got it for you. Thank you. And let's continue with the noisy tarot. What else do we have? What else? Ace of Cups, Six of Pentacles. And the Ace of Swords. I love that. The thing is, you took the right path. And you also had to learn more about yourself, how to be genuine, how to be demonstrating that self-respect that you have for yourself, right? That might be a little bit difficult for people to understand. Maybe you've lost friends, maybe you've lost relationships because you were not willing to give up on your dreams. But now you're going to be able to see that all of that hard work was worth it. The problem is other people are going to see it too, and they're going to get a little jealous. Oh, thank you, Betty. That's so kind. Love you too. Oh, sending you blessings. I appreciate that. Thank you for the sparkles. Yeah, just maybe choose a different way to say that. People aren't possessions. What else do we have? Queen of Wands in the reverse. The Hermit in the reverse. Justice. Look, there's someone here who really expected to be like the golden child. So this could be someone in your family or someone that you've been friends with for a long time, but they didn't do right by their goals, or they didn't actually like invest the way that you have. I do feel a strong amount of jealousy from this person. It's going to be difficult for them to see you doing what they wanted to do or getting the attention that they wanted to get. So you may have another person that needs to be, I don't know if I want to say blocked, but at least kept at a little bit of a distance, because this is someone who is feeling like they aren't getting what they want and they have a front row seat, or they're going to be hearing about you getting what you want. I love that, Hannah. It's going to be a good day. All right, that's fair, Diviner. We'll give you the benefit of the doubt. What else do we have? The Sun. The Five of Cups. So when you achieve what you are looking for, when you become that, I guess, kind of like a symbol for success to the people that know you, it can be a bit jarring for them because it lays bare for them the discrepancy or the gap between what they've been able to accomplish and what you have. So I feel like you've already had to distance yourself from some people who were toxic or who didn't know how to be respectful of you, but you may have another like dropout or another person that has been there for you for a long time who shows their real energy when you get this major offer or this huge step forward. there's recognition here. And for some of you, like straight up, you're going to be famous. And that can be a bit threatening for some people, right? Because the truth is, this is someone who gave up on their dream. It'd be like if you were in a band with this person, right? You all wanted to have some album go platinum, but they quit. So I'm seeing Jack Black. What was that movie? You all know what I'm talking about. School of Rock. Because he was originally in a band with his roommate, and then his roommate decided to like become an accountant, or no, he was the actual sub, right? The teacher. This is somebody who felt like they had to bail. They had to get out and choose a different path because they didn't feel like they were going to be successful. And you're over here like, nah, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to try to make this happen. This person may have been pretty reliable, but right now there is a little bit of a warning coming through saying it might be too tall an order for them to avoid being jealous in the situation when you get that success, when you get that offer. Hello, Redbeard. How are you doing? Exactly. Hello, P3P. Let's focus on the tarot, shall we? Hello, Shayla. How are you doing? Yo. What else do we have? Three of Cups, Strength in the reverse, and the King of Cups in the reverse. So you might see the true colors of someone that has been a friend, but they gave up. They didn't pursue their dream the way that you have. And it might be a little bit stressful for them to show up and celebrate with you when you get this dream offer or when you accomplish this goal. It's just going to underscore for them that they chose a different path. And it's frustrating for them that they had to do that. I agree, Stephen. What else do we have? The Three of Cups again. Page of Wands in the reverse. The Moon in the reverse and the King of Swords. I definitely feel like there's going to be someone in the family or someone you've been close to for a long time who's like, oh, you're like famous or things are going great for you. Good job. And you're like, I'm sorry, what? Like, this is what I've been working for like a decade and that's all you got for me? It's because they're angry. They're going to surprise you with how they connect or maybe even with how they just disappear. But it's okay. You've got other people that are showing up for you in the future. Let people show you their true colors. Don't let them distract you from what you've got going on or what still needs to happen. Because this is somebody who failed to see what they could actually achieve themselves. So it's painful for them to see you achieve those things. I feel like this is someone who may ghost you or who gets invited to a party and doesn't show up because they don't know how to celebrate for you. They're too jealous. Yes, 10 years plus. So we got the Four of Pentacles. Be cautious with your news. You don't have to tell everybody everything, or you don't have to tell them the details of what you're planning going forward. Because we have someone who might struggle to do right by you. We have someone who might disappoint, and that's okay. Let them uninvite themselves. Let them create that distance so that you have space to spread your wings. For those of you that did yoga this morning, LOL. Two of Pentacles, because things are coming into balance for you. Divine timing is here. We had that Seven of Wands, and you're about to make some money. I'm excited for you. Finally getting that payoff after all of your hard work. You just have to, you know, keep in mind that there are some people who will struggle to celebrate because they're comparing what they have to what you have. It's okay. You'll be celebrated. There will be people who are rooting for you. All right, let's get a few from the Yoshitaka Amano. What else do we have, please? It's true, napping. They can't curse what they don't know about. So we have the Eight of Swords. We just had that. I think we had it at the beginning, or from the Santa Muerte as well. So the number 8 is important. For many of you, this is happening in August. The World and the Five of Cups in the reverse. Do not feel guilty. For those that would like to have the same kind of recognition but gave up. You kept swimming. You kept, you know, trucking. You kept on trucking. You didn't give up. That's why there's going to be recognition. That's why there's going to be success for you. Because you were dedicated. But I see somebody who has healed and who has their own skill set. Maybe this is someone who does what you do. Same line of work or same skill set, who has gone through a similar, like, I don't think I can be friends with those people anymore. I see there being someone who is like a mentor or a close friend and confidant who understands your future situation because they're like maybe one step ahead of you. This person's going to be a good friend. They're going to help you understand what's going on without feeling overwhelmed by the changes in your life. King of Pentacles. I'm telling you, your money's about to get better. There's something about your curiosity and your determination to find out the information that you need that is laying that groundwork or building the foundation of your success. Hello, James. How you doing today? Hello, Lillian. What's up? Not yet, Gracie. About 8 minutes. What else? Two of Cups and the Queen of Swords in the reverse. So even though you have somebody that you might have to step away from, or, you know, maybe you lose contact with this individual who's jealous of you, there is a new friendship coming through, a new connection to somebody who knows what you're doing or what you're going through. They can provide support or commiserate. They understand what's up. This is someone who is a true friend. So be patient. Even though it may seem like you have to walk this path alone, you are not meant to. There is someone here who is going to be rooting for you and genuinely excited for you. Thank you, Gracie. We shall see what they say about N. All right, what else do we have? Let's get a few from the Visconti de Moderne. I feel like I don't say that right. Sorry, Italians. I try. I do know how to ask for a train ticket. Vorrei un biglietto de tren? Did I do all right? Did that work? All right, Stephen. Hello, See the Gray. How are you doing? What else do we have? Ace of Pentacles. You're getting what you want. That is what you deserve. And we have the Page of Cups, the offer. Something that tells you you've basically made it, or you're making significant progress. It could be an album taking off. It could be a book, right? Like I said, it could be you started your own business and it's finally booming. There's stability here. The sun is shining on you. This is wonderful. And we've got the King of Cups as well. Your emotional maturity, or your ability to stay calm in difficult situations, this is going to serve you well, because things are going to be a little bit chaotic for you. Hello, Damien. How are you doing? You've got someone who's coming back around. Someone that you felt like you weren't going to hear from again. Someone who didn't really believe in your pursuit. This person's going to ask for money, or maybe they want to be introduced to someone. Be cautious. I don't feel like you can trust this person. Yeah, Stephen, feel free to do a super chat with a question and you can figure it out. And yes, thank you, Rachel. Appreciate all the likes and the subscribes. We're getting closer to 25,000, and once we have 25,000 subscribers for the channel, I'm going to do a live stream with freebie questions. Knight of Swords. Fast-moving energy. Seven of Wands in the reverse. This person's going to come through and ask you for a favor. And I feel like they exaggerate what's going on to try to make you feel some type of way, or some kind of like responsibility. Thank you, Redbeard. Rachel, let me know what you would like me to ask the question on. Love that. Hello, Mary. I hope you can find a way to work it out, but if you'd like me to pull some cards for you, you can put your question in a super chat. What else? Four of Cups in the reverse. The Emperor in the reverse. And the Hierophant in the reverse. Okay, so, ooh, and the Two of Swords. So this is someone who's going to tell you that they have some sort of, like, timeline that is scary or frustrating or unnerving, and they need your help. But I feel like they're doing this just to, like, kind of mess with you. I feel like they're trying to make you feel like the only thing that can help them is you, or the only thing that works is, like, money. I don't feel like you're supposed to be responsible for this person's situation. And I don't feel like they're giving you all the information. So what I see is you asking them questions to clarify, hey, how do we do this? What does that mean? And they get a little bit weird. That's because they're not being honest with you. And you can pick up on that energy. Oh no, don't let it, Shayla. So be cautious. They're trying to get into your sphere again by getting you to feel emotionally invested. They're telling you a lie and trying to like basically love bomb you or cozy up to you. Because what they really want is for you to take care of all their problems. They're just telling you about one big one, but they want you to take care of all their problems for them. So we have the devil in the reverse. You've already distanced yourself from this. Don't undo that work. It distracts you from what you're supposed to be doing, and this person is lying to you, which is not cool. It's not even that they're holding back information. They're straight up like lying. So we have the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands. When you ask the right questions, they crumble a little bit because you are right. They're hiding something or they're trying to make you responsible for something that you're not responsible for. Good luck. You shall not pass. I like that, Shayla. Look, I'm not obsessive about it, but I read The Hobbit when I was younger, and it was like, I think one of my first introductions to the world of like fantasy. All right, this is the Kipper. Oh, I don't like that. For some of you, this person's gonna like create some health problem and it's not real. Or they're going to exaggerate depression. Or they're going to fabricate a story about someone stealing things from them. All in an effort to get you to give them money or access to something. But the reality is this is someone who's trying to basically make you responsible for their own issues. You don't need to be doing that. We have community, distant horizons, toil and labor. Focus on your work, focus on your goals. Do not get distracted by this person who just wants to like use you. Distant horizons, keep them at arm's length, right? Or like block them. They're just trying to use you. They don't get that. All right, let's dive into personal questions. I'm a little bit late, my apologies. Gracie, oh, did I get Rachel's question? What do I need to focus on? Excellent. To get to highest version of myself. I've added that for you, Rachel. Thank you. All right. So for Gracie, what guidance does Gracie require in terms of manifestation? What does Gracie need to know in terms of manifesting? We have the Nine of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and the World. I feel like timing is a concern here. So I don't know if you're doing this in the daytime or you're doing this at night, or if it's loud because of other people talking or TV is on in the background, but there needs to be a greater focus on the setting. What's going on around you when you're manifesting. With the Queen of Wands and the World, I'm seeing you sacrifice something in order to get something better. So something of significance, but that you can deal without. Maybe it's a quarter. Maybe it's a piece of jewelry. Offer it as an offering in a place that's important to you. So maybe it's a place by water. Maybe it's a place that you have history, but it's nature, right? Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, Dracula. How will appointment go today? I've added that for you. Thank you. When you do that offering, Gracie, it like amplifies your ability to manifest. And I see you manifesting a job. 8 of Pentacles. So there's your number 7. The number 7 is important for you. I think what you need to do is sacrifice something of significance, but that you don't need, something a little bit smaller, but it is still something that you're giving, right? And 7 times, you say what you need. I will get a job at, or I will get a job that pays. Use I will. All right, and then N is asking for a date. What does Gracie need to know about N asking for a date? LOL, James. What does Gracie need to know about N asking for a date? Page of Cups in the reverse. I'm good, thank you. I'm manifesting a job, not... So many ways to end that sentence. Not a date with you. Bowie. This is somebody who is like dressing up their affections for you. But with the Tower in the reverse, you have more important things to be focused on. This is somebody who's looking for some naked time. 3 of Cups in the reverse. There is no focus on one person here. This is casting a pretty wide net. So I would feel that N is probably trying to get a date with multiple people. Oh, you want to go on a date? Are you inviting the other people you're pursuing as well? Just like do it like a speed date? Be a lot easier for you, wouldn't it? Don't say that. Yes, N is for no. We've got Justice in the reverse. This is somebody who doesn't have the right intentions. So focus on the manifestation stuff right now. All right. We wish you luck, Gracie. You got this. Let's see what we got for Rachel. Thank you again to Redbeard. This is the Shadowscapes Tarot. What does Rachel need to know to, I think the term you used was to jump into highest version of self? What does Rachel need to know, please? You will see a sign of providence or success, and it's a bunch of birds, like you're in Alfred Hitchcock's horror movie. But they're a good sign. 9 of Swords. Yes, there's been some anxiety. Yes, there's been some frustrations or stresses. But there's something that you are speaking into existence and you need to continue to focus on that. There is a barrier that you're making out to be bigger than it actually is. So this would be like somebody assuming that a situation's going to be worse. Like assuming that when you go to pick up your car from the maintenance or the repair shop, that it's going to be X amount of dollars instead of Y. This is saying you've got to be more focused on the positive outcome as opposed to fearing the worst. Because you make mountains out of molehills, or you make things more difficult than they need to be. You give too much credit to the things that go bump in the night. To the boogeyman, right? To the problems that you may encounter. Oh man, I just dropped my cards, you guys. Hold, please. Got it. All right. Did I miss anybody? No. We've got Justice in the reverse. Six of Swords, Two of Cups, Six of Cups in the reverse. So what I see is like a revolving door. There's a friend that leaves your life and another one that comes in. But you need to be cautious about the intentions and make sure that you are not investing in something toxic. We have Justice in the reverse, indicating there is a decision that needs to be made. And when you make that decision, you sleep very well. More of the crows. I feel like there is a very strong friendship here that provides a lot of support. And it comes at a time when you felt like everything else was kind of stepping away. Just be selective with that connection. Nine of Cups, Two of Wands in the reverse. There's unexpected wish fulfillment for you here. There's an opportunity that comes through when you don't expect it. So positive thinking seems to be the biggest thing here. And surround yourself or connect with somebody who has a lot of grounded energy. This person could be an earth sign. But I see a friendship really helping you to keep positive. So those positive thought patterns are really impactful. Hello, Brendan. How are you doing? Ooh, that sounds rough. I hope you can move towards something better. Let me write that down for you, Gracie. What should I ask Anne to make? I don't think you need to. You just know the truth. I'm going to ask for you, but why do you need him to confirm it? If you know, you know. Like deuces. Oh, you're right. I'm a total hoe. Some people just aren't going to admit it, right? Just let them go. Just let them go. Yeah. Just say, hey, you know what? I got other things I need to be focused on right now. But I will ask. What do I need to ask? But the thing is, I hope this isn't disrespectful. I really do. And if it is, please let me know and I will change course. But there's a lot to be said for an Irish goodbye. There's a lot to be said for it when you've determined the intentions. Now, I feel like ghosting is not the best course of action in a lot of situations. But when you have done your best, or when you have determined that a different path makes more sense, and they're not listening to that, okay, whatever, so be it. But I think you can, you know, just move it along. All right, so for Dracula, we've got, well, how will the appointment go today? This is the Blood Moon Tarot. Ooh, I like that. So there's a little bit of a rough start with the Two of Honey or Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody's tardy, or somebody is, you know, still drinking their coffee. We got a little bit of a shaky start. But then with the Chariot, things progress very quickly into a better situation, and there's rapport built, or there's somebody who kicks it into high gear, and we have strength. I know what I'm doing. I know what I've gone through. Here's what needs to happen. And then the Hermit. So I feel like it goes from a little bit like, to, wow, okay, this is excellent. This is exactly what is needed, or this is exactly how I was hoping it was going to go. So I see a success with the appointment. We have the Star and the Five of Dreams or Five of Swords in the reverse. Wish fulfillment. The answer that you seek is the answer you will get. The path is clear for you to get where you want to be. Hello, Nez. Yeah, say your piece and then block. I don't know. I don't think you need to feel guilty about that. The fact is, it seems like he'd be the type to ghost anyways. Hey, Naz, if you have a question, you can put your question in a super chat. Otherwise, I'm sending you healing energy. Anything else for Dracula, please? The High Priestess and the Eight of Dreams or the Eight of Swords. So there may be a little bit of a delay in getting an update or a final comment on this. Final decision, perhaps it is. And that might be a little bit frustrating. But this is like you're being seen as the, like you have this wisdom, or the person involved has the wisdom needed. So I feel like the next step is going to be making some serious plans. Shaky start, but a great outcome. I like that. All right. Let's see what we've got for Gracie. This is the Golden Girls Tarot. Yeah, you got to be cautious with that, Gracie, especially when you're trying to manifest, right? What does Gracie need to ask Anne? I mean, sometimes the cards are funny. It looks like we got nothing. You just walk away, the Chariot. Go focus on your manifestation. Like, you don't have to give this person like the opportunity to reject. You could just walk away. Five of Pentacles in the reverse, Ten of Swords. When you make your final comment, just say your focus is elsewhere. There's other things you need to be doing. So I do feel like he's going to come back. So you might need to be more specific. Like, hey, I don't think we really align the way I thought, or it looks like we're looking for different things, but I wish you well. And then block it. I'm good. I wish you luck. Hope you have tons of naked time in your future. It's just not going to be with me, okay? I won't be too focused on getting that next job or improving my situation. That's where my energy is going right now. And hopefully he gets that. Hopefully he respects that, right? All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. Thank you for hyping